Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me for another a little unexpected and a little bit different. We're going to be drawing a famous jazz musician, but don't worry, you'll like the result. I guarantee it. Alrighty, so we have some nice folks here joining us in the chat. Let's see. RB and Steven and Steve and Elizabeth and Misty. Alrighty, I hope we're back again. I've been struggling with all kinds of problems with my broadcasts, and I just cannot, for the life of me, figure out what it is. I think really what's going on is that the time of day at which I do my show must be somehow the busiest possible time here where I live, because I do test streams throughout the morning, and everything runs smoothly and it's clear, and the moment it gets to my real show, the whole thing just drops off. So let's hope it holds on for all of you. And anyway, thanks for joining me. Now, I know that I was announcing what we're going to do today, and I don't know if anybody caught it, but we're going to do something different today. We're going to do a portrait of somebody, which we've never done before in the show, and it's still something you can follow along with. It's very simple, and I think you're going to like the result. And we're actually doing a portrait of a musician. And my kids play music, I play music, my parents play music, my brother plays music, come from a musical family. So I thought this would be something fun to do. And hey, by the way, why did the piano player keep banging her head against the keys? Well, she was playing by ear. Yes. Okay, now it is time for us to do some drawing. So go ahead and grab yourselves a pencil, a pen, a marker, a stick, a crayon, or maybe you're going to get a nice reed out of the pond, and I want you to draw all over your parents' favorite dresses and pants and suits, because those make a great surface for drawing, okay? Now, we're going to do what we always do, which is to use three simple kinds of lines in these drawings, which is a straight line, okay, a zigzag, or a curvilinear line. All right, and that can be an S curve, it could be a C curve. And in this drawing, we're going to have quite a few curvilinear lines, some nice zigzags, and quite a few straight lines. So why don't we get right to it? All right, let me know in the chat if everything's good, if you can see me, if you can see what's going on, and everything is tight. Hope so. Maybe that was just a little bump in the road there at the beginning, and we are good to go. All right, now we're going to start with a straight line, just like that. Okay. How long is that line, Kyle? You might be asking. Well, if you're drawing this on paper, which most of you are, I assume, or pencil and paper, or pen and paper, I would say you can make this line about 3/4 of an inch, something like that, right? Maybe 1.5 centimeters, maybe something about like that long, okay? Now here comes our first zigzag. Now this zigzag is going to go down and up and down and up, and it's going to meet right here in the middle on that first upwards movement. So check it out. We're going to go down and up, down and up. See that? It's like a letter W, right? A little letter W for you there. Okay. We're going to color that in. We don't often do this. We almost never add any tone in our drawings, but that's how we're starting our drawing today. Okie dokie. Now, the next step is to draw a straight line down from each of these corners, okay? And we're going to come down like this, zip, and over here, about like that. How long is that line? Well, it's not as long as that first one we drew. It's a little bit shorter. Good to keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to zoom in for this next step because this one is really interesting. And it's going to be a down line followed by a curvilinear line. Okay, it's going to be a down with a C curve, another C curve, and then up. All right, let me just show you this. Starting about here, I'm gonna go down. See how short that is? It's a really short line. Then we're gonna do a little C curve, and then a C curve up, like that. So let me do that again for you all, okay? We're gonna go down, C curve, up. Now if you want, you could do down, C curve, down, C curve. However you want to make that shape, but I wanted to zoom in so you could get a good look at that. Okay? All right, now, looking at my drawing, I realize I've made these a little too long. I'm going to just erase a little bit there. If you're drawing in pen, hey, don't worry about it. They can be that long. It's no big deal. Okay? All right, next step is I'm going to come down here with a diagonal and a diagonal, but I want to leave a little space between them. in order to ensure that I leave the right amount of space, I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw a little line here. See that? Like that. And that line is about the same width as this little element up here. Okay. And now I'm going to draw a diagonal to connect it. 1 and 2. See that? So far, so good, everybody? Hope so. All right, now here I'm going to do a little diagonal line, and here a little diagonal line. Now those diagonals are not the same as that one, are they? They're a little bit different, okay? All right, and here just a little vertical line. There you go. All right, time for a triangle, which will be achieved with a simple zigzag. I know you all can do this, so here we go. Zigzag, right? Just like that. That's all you got to do. A little zigzag right there. Okay, and then that's going to be a straight line following that. Straight line, like so. Very nice. We're going to come back to this vertical line and this vertical line here. We're going to pull them upwards, okay? Check this out. Almost double them in length, okay? There. Very nice. Alrighty. Now, I want you to look at what we've done. We've drawn a face here. This face is moved slightly downwards. It's not looking at us directly. Okay, and you'll see how we can indicate that by drawing the ears a little higher than usual. When you tilt your head down, the ears come on up, right? They don't align directly with your eyebrows anymore. So we're going to do a little rectangle out here, like that. Come over to the other side. Whoops, and do the same old thing right there. Da, 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 da. Okay, simple. Simple, simple, simple. Alrighty. And then here's the fun part. Are you ready for a whole bunch of wavy lines? All right, now these can be kind of zigzaggy if you like, or they can be more wavy. I'm going to start in the middle, right about there. Okay, let me give myself a little line there. Now watch this. I'm going to go up and over and over and up, like that. See? All right, now I'm going to come up a little higher right here. Okay, I'm not going to do this in line with this one. I'm going to come up a little higher, do it again. Come over to this side, do it again. All right, now a little higher still, right? And a little higher still, but they're all ending at about the same height, okay? Now, where that line is that I drew on either side, these vertical lines, I want to just turn that into a wavy line and carry that up a little higher, like that. And then one off to the side, just kind of angling outwards, like that, okay? On either side. Excellent. Alrighty. Now right here above these sunglasses, okay, just do a little line like this and a little line like that. How about that? Now, does anybody know who this musician is? Let's see if anybody knows. Does anybody know? Alrighty, we are starting a portrait of the famous Miles Davis. Really fun. All right, now, hopefully your drawing's looking pretty good over there. We are now going to continue. Now, you see where we drew these sunglasses right here. Imagine I'm going to continue that top of that line straight outwards like this. Okay, and then same on this side. Straight out like that. Okay. And then here, this is actually the mouthpiece of the trumpet. Okay. We are going to draw the fingers that are playing the trumpet. And it's a really simple way to do this. We're just going to do a little diagonal line like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then a shorter one right there. So 1, 2, 3, and a shorter one. Okay, and then, watch this. I'm going to curve this one down past that other and then connect them. All right, that's pretty fun. And then what about out here? Well, I'm going to look at where this ends, this little area right here at the bottom of the hand, and I'm just going to pull it straight out, okay, but not quite as far as there. Oh, sorry, actually take it farther back. There we go. Yes, that's what I want. I want to pull it out farther than that one. Then I want to connect these two, just like that. Okay. Now, right about here at the center of this C curve, I'm going to do a slightly diagonal line and just come out to the edge there like that. And from this corner, okay, I'm going to come down to about here. Check it out. Down we go to about there. Very nice. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to move this up a little bit. Got to make sure I have enough room to continue. And we're going to look at this line here, and we're just going to have it come down from that finger straight on down to about there. Okay, y'all see how long that is, right? And it's going to be a C curve now, coming out this way, C curve out. On the other side, C curve out. Okay, and we're just going to connect those. And that's the bell of the trumpet. That's the bell of the trumpet, just like that. All right, see how simple we're making this? We're making this very simple shapes. Okay, a simple stylized version of this famous musician. All right, now right here, okay, I'm going to line it up with the bottom of this arm. I'm going to do a C curve like that. And that represents his other hand that's holding the trumpet. Okay, and now I can just go ahead and connect from here straight back. Okay, and connect these. There we go. For some symmetry. Do the same thing on this side as we did before, all right? And then straight on down like that. So we're just mimicking what we did on the other side, okay? All right, now here, I'm gonna come down from this little section, pass through the arm, come down just below the bell, and then straight across to where this other one is gonna come down and meet it, okay? And that's that nice long jacket that he would sometimes wear. And I'm just going to move him up a little ways. I wanted to draw this one slightly larger for everybody so they could really see it. Here's my center line. I'm going to take that center line and carry it on down to about there. Right? I've just skipped all this, but I've taken that same center line from the trumpet and carried it on down. Now inside of the bottom of the jacket, I'm going to make some nice skinny legs here. We're going to come down like this. And do the same thing on this side. Down we go. All right. And then I'm just going to curve that out. See that? And curve it out. Kind of like the bell of the trumpet. And folks, that's it. That is Miles Davis playing a trumpet. Now, you can, of course, go to town and make this more detailed if you want, add a pattern on the jacket. All right, he wore some pretty funky stuff later in his career. Do some musical notes, do some lines of action, give them a setting, put some other musicians in there. Do whatever you want to make this your own drawing, okay? That's what we like to do, and that's what makes it really cool when you're doing these drawings, right? Alrighty, now it is time for an art tip, and today we are going to do a quick one talking about ears, because people sometimes say, well, how do I draw an ear? Ears look so complicated. I'm going to show you two things. First, I'm going to show you a fairly accurate, anatomically correct ear. Then I'll show you a simplified cartoony version of it, and then I'll talk about where to put ears. And then we got to rush ahead to our animal and activity game. So be prepared, please, to help me with an animal and activity in the chat, an animal doing something crazy, funny, weird, unexpected, because I'm going to draw that for you at the end of the show, as we always do. Now here we go with ears. Are you ready? Here first is going to be a fairly accurate kind of an ear. When you're drawing the curvature of the ear, remember that it's wider at the top than it is at the bottom. Okay, that's important. Now some people have earlobes that hang, some people have connected earlobes, right? So you could just do this and have it just connect to the jaw there. Other folks have an earlobe that's more sort of dangly like that. Different shapes for everybody. But this is the general shape. Now, here's all you do. Are you ready? You just do a little C curve like that. Okay, and it's a little higher up than in the middle between these two spots right there. So not quite the center of the ear, right? A little lower. If I were to look at the total height of the ear, right? We're right about there. Okay. And then just here behind it, check this out. Right here, I'm going to scoop up towards the top with a nice big C curve and come on down. Look at that. Just like that. And then I just give it a few little lines like that. Just a couple. And now we're going to look at the bottom of this C here. And all we're going to do is we're going to come down with another sort of a U shape. So down and up. And then we're going to go out and around. And that is all you need, okay? That's a simple kind of an ear, but it looks mostly right for an anatomically correct ear. Now, if you want to keep it really simple, here's the cartoony version. Check this out. You just go like this. C, turn it into an S, and come on over, and then just do another little bump like that. Okay, there's your really simple, easy peasy, no problem kind of an ear. All right, so try that out. Now here's the important thing I want to mention. Whenever you're drawing ears, folks, remember that ears, hang on a minute, let me do this more accurately. There we go. All right, there we go. Now, here's my jaw, okay? Don't forget there's a lot of space back here, the back of the cranium, right? We sometimes forget and we sort of flatten out the back of the head. But ears are gonna start, they're gonna start halfway back the total distance of the head here, okay? So here's the width of that head, okay? And halfway, that's where I'm gonna start that ear and push it back. The problem I see all the time is people push ears forward and they draw them on the cheeks like that. No. If you're looking at a profile of a person, get that ear starting halfway back, right? And leave room for everything else. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Now, that is your art tip for the day. Go ahead and copy all this, put it on another layer. And then it is time for everybody, please, to suggest for me a nice animal and activity to close out the day. So I need you to tell me an animal doing something funny, weird, unexpected, something bizarre. And we'll go ahead and draw that. And it's going to be fun. We always have fun ones to do. And yesterday, this is what we drew yesterday. We had a archer cat doing archery. Okay, just to get your minds going. So, what do we come up with today? Let's see. Oh boy, lots of nice comments here. I'm missing all kinds. Hey, Paul Tranny's here. Thanks, Paul. Glad you're checking things out and glad things are looking better now. I was worried there up front, just getting that same old error I always get. But things seem to be smoother now. A koala playing the harp. Well, that's pretty fun. A lizard dancing the polka. Love it. A cobra shaking a baby rattle. A badger on bongos, a capybara playing croquet, a bee sipping a honey mimosa, a raccoon tubing. These are cool ideas, gang. Let's see. Koala playing the harp. I like that one, RB. Let's see if I can draw a koala, because that's something I never draw. Why not challenge myself? Maybe it'll be a total failure. That's okay. We don't care. Right? Well, we care a little bit. All right, there's my light blue. Let me get a little lighter. Yeah, I like that. And let's go for it. Okay, koala playing the harp. Okay, so this is a cute little koala. Oh wait, do they have tails? I can't remember. They have like the tiniest of tails. You can't even see it, so I'll just tuck it under there. All right, and he's got his one hand doing all that work. And koalas have two thumbs, don't they? Or something weird, like their thumbs are joined together, like some weird... I know they've got really weird hands. I can't remember the details, but they've got like a double thumb of some kind. So I'm kind of trying to draw that if I can. All right, got those fluffy ears out on the side. There. I think that's pretty koala-y. I guess that'll have to do, because that's the best I can do without looking at reference. So I think we know that's a koala, or I hope we can figure that out, right? I think those ears are a little bigger. Alrighty, we need that harp. So we got the other arm back there holding it up. And then we've got the, let's see, now when you're playing a harp, are the high notes close to you or the low notes? I can't remember. I don't know. We'll just set it down and we'll just go for it and see what happens. So I'm gonna say, let's do this. I'm gonna say it's gonna go low to high or high to low, or does it go that way? Gosh, we need a harp player here. Any help coming from the chat? Let's see if anybody knows. Oh, a quality sketch. Clever said. I love it. Very funny. Very funny. I love the puns. You know me. All right, plucking away at those strings there. High ones are near the player, so the high ones are the shortest, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and Good thing we're in Photoshop, gang, because check this out. Just go ahead and flip that. Transform, flip horizontal. Slide it on over. How's that look? Better? Is that kind of more accurate there? I guess it's gonna have to be because I'm short on time and I gotta make this drawing work, right? Beautiful. Okay. And there's our koala player. There's our harp. They sometimes have like pretty details and stuff at the end, don't they? I don't know if I have time for all that. Come on, Kyle, stick with the... You know you're on a tight schedule here, but I can't help myself. All right, let's reduce the opacity there. And why don't we add another layer? We'll go ahead and do the line art for this koala bear. Very nice. A little tuft of hair is always a nice thing to add as well. Up we go. And now we come around to this ear. Oh, we're just talking about ears. And bring a little arm down there. There's that weird double thumb or whatever it is. I don't know. Somebody can look that up and tell me if I did that right. They sure are some weird animals, aren't they? They look cute. I've heard they're not quite as cute as people think they are. I don't know. I don't know if they're aggressive or something, or... I went to Australia when I was 11 years old, a long time ago. And we did not see any koalas. We did see a bunch of kangaroos, though. That was a pretty nifty experience, I gotta say. And I remember it very well, even though it was a long time ago. You know, you don't forget stuff like that. It was not the average trip, obviously, so... Okay, there we go. Now this other hand back here is doing more plucking and whatnot. I'm very impressed with people who play the harp, having to use both hands to pluck and block strings. However they do that, it looks not easy. I'm also so happy when I go see an orchestra play. Of course, it's been a while, thanks to COVID. And there's a harp in the orchestra. That's always such a nice thing if there's somebody who plays the harp. I do like it. Okay, let's jump back here. We'll do a couple of little strings. All right, we get the idea. I don't have to draw them all, but... There we go. Some beautiful music coming out of there. And we'll put a little shadow here under our koala. And I think, gang, I think we've done it. I think that's a pretty decent looking little koala. We'll hide the sketch, drag our little friend over here, and bring back our other items for the day. And there you have it. Another productive day together for our Draw Along show. And I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope you will join me again not tomorrow. Well, yes, tomorrow for my masterclass, which is at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking there about some interesting things having to do with painterly brushstrokes in Photoshop, something people are looking for and want to do. But until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, be kind. More Draw Along shows next week, and I'll see you all later. Ciao for now.